What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we're just gonna be talking a bit on my team. And today, well, first of all, it's not been a good day because I know for a fact they put Byron Beck into the vault. And the one thing is that I'm pretty sure Byron Beck has replaced the double take packs, so we're going to get a million Byron Becks. I'm pretty sure it's replaced. If I'm not mistaken, the Byron Beck has replaced the double take pack. So we're gonna play even more of this game. Played another like 20-30 games yesterday after we finished the video. Well, sorry, 22 games after we finished the video. So I'll get Oladipo, and like we have till February 19th. So we still have another 11 days. We have until Friday week, and by then I will 1,000,000% have, like, I will have Doug West. It's just a question of whether I have Terry or not. That is the real question. That is the real question, is whether I'll get Terry. But anyway, let's ignore that for now. In this video, we're not going to be talking about that stupid dentist. We are going to be talking about some of the cards that I'm not going to call them the worst value cards, because I'll make another list. I think a lot of these cards are good enough that you can't put them on the worst value list. But like, these cards are way too expensive. That's the only way I can describe it. They're so expensive. So now let's go over them. Like, I was looking through cards and I was just like, all right. So I was trying to find like best players under 100k. So I was like, okay, guys like Granger are going to be in it. Obviously, like Rudy Fernandez, Oscar Robertson. So I'm like, these guys are actually insane for their prices. So I just started flicking through some cards just to see if they were under 100k. And I was like, these cards are way too expensive. That's the only way I can describe it. They are way too expensive. So the first player is Larry Bird. Why is this guy? This one here is ending at 104k. The one that I was looking at ended at 135k. And that was about 20 minutes ago. So I'm like, let's compare. Let's compare Larry Bird to Brian Scalabrine. They're the same height. Yes, 14 Huff badges. Catch and shoot is a pretty decent badge. Huff blinders is the big one. Huff blinders is the big thing. But you're not going to create with Larry. Like, Huff blinders is super OP on point guards. It doesn't make a difference on a catch and shoot player. Like, yeah, he's got those extra Hall of Fame badges, but Scalabrini's got a whole bunch of gold badges. Got almost like a very, very comparable amount of total badges. You've got a similar level 3 ball. Obviously, there's a shoe on Larry Bird. Larry's the better post player. Defensively, block and steal, Larry is better. But again, perimeter defense, interior defense, there's not that big a difference. Especially interior. Rebounding, Scalabrini's better, and their speed's almost identical. Yes, plus 7 opportunities. Larry Bird is better, no question. But is he worth 125 extra K when Scalabrini is like 5k? Obviously not. Obviously not. The dude is just straight up overpriced right now. And the fact that he doesn't lock in for anything, again, is crazy. Again, this is just going to be no order. This is just me listing off some players that I found, so there's no order to this. Another player is Jimmy Buckets. Why is he 250k? I get it, he's an opal. I get it, he is an opal. He's no better than Rudy. He wasn't even the best card that came out that day in his set. Rudy Fernandez came out. Boogie came out. He was the third best player that came out the day he came out. All I'm going to say is, Rudy Fernandez, it's preference. I think Rudy's better. If you guys think that Butler's better, that is fine. But the fact that you can have that argument and you can buy Rudy Fernandez and a competitive team for cheaper than Jimmy Butler. And like, Jimmy doesn't even get good defensive animations. He doesn't. He really doesn't. I get it, he can curry slide. He's good. He is a good card. He is a good card. Doesn't get half clamps. He doesn't get the great defensive animations. His release is quite decent. I'll give him that. His release is good. He's like an A tier 2 guard. But like another A tier 2 guard is like a Rudy Fernandez. Like, he's not that much better than even like Glenn. Glenn at least has half range. They're different types of players. He's not objectively that much better. He's just way too expensive. Way too expensive. Then we're going to have a look at some of the throwback moments cards. So first of all, the George McGinnis lock-in might be the worst lock-in in the game. But there's a bunch of them. Like, what the hell is Pierce doing at 35k? He's not good on either console. He's not good on either console. But one of the players I'm going to go over is Jason Kidd. Because Houston's not cheap. Like, there is no... Like, Houston is like 150, 200k. Klay Thompson's not going to be worth the lock-in. I'm telling you, Klay Thompson's release, he is going to be... Even if he's in elite cone to give him Curry slide, his release has never been good off quick stop. He has never been worth much, and he's going to be over $1 million because of people that are paying 100k for a Jason Kidd card, who we might as well call Asen Kidd because he's got no J. He is one of the most broken jump shots in the game. His stats are good. His dribble sigs aren't even good. Yes, he's got half clamps. He's got gold range. He sucks. He absolutely sucks. He's like Gary Payton without any of the good things Gary Payton does outside of defense. He's just way too overpriced. And then this one here, like, we have Alonzo Mourning, who's the better of the two pink diamond cards. Like, I'll be the first to say it, Alonzo Mourning is by far the better of these two pink diamond cards. And the lock-in with Jameer Nelson's not even good. So, Alonzo Mourning, he is roughly around 100 and 110k. But like Bradley Beal, I've seen him end in the last day at like 140k. Like, Bradley Beal is like worse all in Houston. He's got... His release timing is on normal. He's on a normal timed release. He has got a good 3-ball. He's got a moderately good dunk. Not great perimeter defense. Passable speed. Like, 89, 88, 89. Like, people say that Ronnie Brewer is too slow to play competitively. Like, Ronnie Brewer is a similar level card. I'm saying it. I'm calling a spade a spade. Ronnie Brewer is a similar level card to Bradley Beal. The thing is, Ronnie Brewer is like 2k MT on like an hour out, 60-minute Evo. Like, if you know what you're doing, you can Evo him up in 60 minutes. But Bradley Beal, however, nah, he's 140k. Yeah, he's just ridiculous. And then the weirdest of them all is the most recent week. Like, why is Julius Randle 50k? Like, it's not as bad as the Paul Pierce one, but like, he's fine. That's the only way to describe Randle, is he's fine in game. Like, yeah, he's got a bunch of decent half badges. He comes with gold clamps as far as I'm aware. Like, you need to range him up. Straight up, you need to range him up, that's one thing. His 3-ball is okay, his release is okay. His defense is moderately good. Like, you've got to add another 40, 50k worth of badges to make this guy good. And even at that, you've got a card that's not even as good as anywhere near on the same stratosphere as Dino Raja. Like, you've basically got a slightly better Wayne Embry for over 100k. And at this stage in the game, I don't particularly like Wayne Embry either. But, yeah. Randle. And there's not even the excuse for rarity because Francis and Marcus All are both relatively expensive. Then we're going to go here to this feature players here. Dirk Nowitzki. He was in a locker code. First of all, he was in a locker code, so there's a whole bunch of them on the market. So it's not like he's even rare. He is so bad. He's so bad. Like, Dirk Nowitzki has one of the worst releases in the game, and I'm sorry, I used to love Dirk in all 2Ks. Dirk Nowitzki Trail Cheese 2K19 will forever be iconic. Dirk Nowitzki has had his time. Last year, 2-guard Dirk Nowitzki tweening into the key, shooting post-ups on everybody. People did not realize just how OP that tweening 2-guard Dirk Nowitzki was last year. This card's not it. The ironic thing is that Dirk Nowitzki has the worst post fadeaway animation, so he gets contested in every one and has the worst jump shot. If you want to use Dirk Nowitzki, you literally, the only time Dirk Nowitzki has ever been useful was when he had that 2-guard tweening card that could post up people. That was the only time Dirk in history has ever been useful. Like, the guy is just, he's just not it. He's just not it, and he's slow, and he's 30k. Is it the most expensive card in the world? No, he's just garbage. Absolutely garbage. Another player in this set, like, I understand, like, Levine's a beast, and there's only 4 of them. Like, I understand why someone like a Pettit's expensive, because there's only 3 of them. Like, I will understand why Walt Frazier's expensive, because there's 4 of them. I don't know whether I should. I like him. I don't know if that's a sniper or not. Oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. And also, wait a minute. I'm talking about Dirk Nowitzki. Jesus, Devin Booker's an absolute garbage, man. He's the same price. He's even worse. But one player is Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum, there's quite a few of them on the market. Actually, there's only down to 7. 2 of them ended as I was making this video. There was actually like 3 of them within an hour. So it's not like he's probably the least rare of all the cards that weren't in that Christmas Day code. He's normally 200k when he ends. He's bang average. He is bang average. Like, yes, he's better than Siakam. I mean, not that much better. Give me Scalabrini over him. Like, it is what it is. Give me Scal over him. Now looking at the stats, it's barely a difference. There's barely a difference. Scalabrini's got a better release, not range. Give me Scal over him. The guy's close to 200k. And he locks in for Will Chamberlain that may only be worth about 150k himself. So yeah, that's just not an excuse. And then our last like ridiculously priced player that I don't know the reason why he's ridiculously overpriced. Not this Cream. Cream's actually a little bit overpriced, but not too much. But Penny Hardaway. There is one specific reason why I would ever pay over 50k for this garbage man. If you are on next gen and you find one with like half drop stepper. So like if this dude here has got half drop stepper, which he doesn't because nobody in their right mind will put half drop stepper on him. Because trust me, it's actually not even as OP anymore because Bonga exists. But before Bonga existed and Ben Simmons existed, a half drop stepper and Penny Hardaway literally scored every possession. But the guy is he's a certified bricklayer. He's a garbage man. Like he's a professional garbage man who's a bricklayer in his spare time, I guess. Like the guy's got 10 half badges. You can't put clamps on him or range. His release is awful. It's a bonus release. It's even worse than Sabonis because Sabonis is on quick. It's even worse than Sabonis. So he's got an 80 driving dunk, 70 standing dunk. He plays no defense whatsoever. Yes, he's tall and he can drop step people. If you put half drop step on him. That's it. That's his only redeeming quality. And the fact is that like, if a player's only redeemable quality is like a niche borderline gimmick tactic, he's garbage and he's 50k. You can literally buy a team. You can buy a team of all players better than Penny Hardaway for cheaper than one Penny Hardaway. And now we're on to the last two. The last two players. I'm going to say this now. I know why they're expensive. They have the hyped player tax. And it's the reason why like Kobe Bryant's so expensive. It's the reason why like certain players are always so expensive despite sometimes not being great in game. First of all, because he doesn't lock in for anything. Dude's 450k. I like him. I like Jordan. Jordan's really good. But a half a million. A half a million MT. You've gone mad. You've gone actually mad. Like, if you guys don't know, last year's Michael Jordan was around the same price as this Michael Jordan. He was around 350k. If you guys don't remember, the 2K20 Michael Jordan was around 350k. And this was after like a couple of days. He was in the Flash 3, which came out on the 14th of February, 6 days from now. So he was around roughly the same price. You know how many Hall of Fame badges that card had? 38. He was better than this card in every single way. And he was the same price. Yes, I get it. It's an Opal Michael Jordan card. But I'm telling you, he's not as good as Dentist. He's not as good as Kawhi. He's not as good as... He's a little bit better than the Lawyer. Like, that's literally what he is. He is a little bit better. I can't compare him to the Lawyer because I don't have any good two guards. He's better than Rudy Fernandez. No question about that. He's better than Rudy Fernandez. Don't be mistaken on that. Like, Jordan is a top 2 or 3 wing in the game. He's a top 2 or 3 card in the game. When I make my top 5 most overpowered players that you can buy list, Jordan's probably on it. But I mean, if you're paying 400k, you shouldn't be paying that for a guy who, in reality, is going to be outclassed in 3 weeks by a 30k pink diamond when 2K decide to start juicing up those cards. Or if 2K bring back Spotlight Sims in 2 weeks' time on the 19th, which I doubt they do. I think they're going to do Dominations the next 2 series, then Spotlight Sims probably. Probably 5 seasons left after this. yeah, so season's a month and a half, which means 12 months, 9 months. So it's probably going to be 3 Spotlight Sims the last 3 seasons, and then like Spot and Dominations the next 2. But he's just and he doesn't even lock in for anything. So I get it. There is actually a little bit of logic to this. Is that Jordan normally keeps his price, like until a better specific Jordan comes out, people want to use Jordan. And if you really want to use Jordan, be my guest. Go ahead, because he's fantastic in game. But just, especially if you're a Michael Jordan fan, you want to use Jordan, go ahead. But it doesn't change the fact that he's way overpriced. It does not change the fact that he is way overpriced. And it's the exact same with the LeBron James. The guy is over 700k. He's really good. LeBron is really, really good. How much better is LeBron than Jameson? I get it. Jameson takes a long time to grind. But he is 700k. And it is debatable if he is better than the 200k Carmelo Anthony. It is debatable. They are so similar stats-wise. Shooting-wise, everyone on both gens is going to give the edge to Melo. They both only have gold range, but Melo has all the defensive badges and the athleticism of LeBron as well. Like, it's debatable. And Melo is, like, it's 3.5 Melos for the price of 1 LeBron, like. He's a great card. But even the biggest fan of this card in game will tell you that he's way too expensive for what he is. Like, way too expensive. Good card, too expensive. So anyway, yeah, that is the video. Mini just rant video on cards that are just way, way too expensive. And I'm just going to end it by saying, if you guys have any of these cards and you really like using them, you know what? Don't let me tell you not to use the cards. If you are looking for pure tips on how to get the best value out of your MT, then this is the place to be. If you are not worried about getting the best value for your MT and just want to have fun and just want to use players you like, then you don't need to listen to this video. This is just a tips video. This is just talking about cards, talking about value MT wise. There's so many people get angry saying, I use these cards and I love them, I'm not going to listen to you. I've never said that. Like, I never said that I want people to do that. But call a spade a spade. These cards are all overpriced. No matter how much you love any of them, they are overpriced. So anyway, yeah, that is the video. Again, this is all just for a little bit of fun. Do not ever take anything said specifically about a video game or someone's opinion on a video game personally. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.